Alright, so we're going to be absolutely crazy today. Yes, that is Six Flags St. Louis behind me. And yes, I am wearing a poncho because it's pouring rain. They're actually saying it may flood today, so why on earth are we out here? Well, let me tell you. We've actually come out here today because we got to process our season passes. If we don't do it today, then we actually lose some of the perks and benefits. We bought the passes early because they're about half the price now as they will be later on, and by processing today, I actually get free parking for the year. So yes, we've come out in horrible weather, and let's see if there's even anything open. With lightning, I'm not optimistic, but we'll find out. So there is the new ride, the Hall of Justice, which is an indoor dark ride, and my one hope that we might have found a ride that was open in all the rain and lightning, but it's down for technical difficulties with no estimation. So we'll check back on it later. We've got to head around to go get a season pass process for my son who wasn't able to join us today. Processing season passes was easy though. We did it at the gate as we came in, handed them our printed ticket, they gave us a plastic card, and we were all set to go. Aren't you having fun? So, as we walk along, surprise, surprise, right now nothing is open. That's not a surprise at all. As long as there's lightning in the area, they really don't have any rides that can open, which we weren't expecting any because of the weather. So, but we're kind of walking along. My wife hasn't ever been to the park. My daughter, it's been 13 years, we figured, since she's been here. So we're going to kind of check things out. You can kind of see a little bit of the park, and there is Colossus, their giant wheel in the background. And kind of a nice little park. Swing around here so you can see where we're going. They've got a big disco right there, and Ninja. Ninja, I can remember from 13 years ago, was horrible. But we're just going to have fun taking a tour of the park and seeing what's out here. And what we'll ride when we can come out when there's actually semi-decent weather. Oh yeah, and then Batman. Woo! Okay, you know what is really sad about this? That they actually have to have a sign there that says, "Please do not touch sign." The Joker's legs are too short. Oh, he's just doing the splits. Does look kind of painful, doesn't it?
His torso's right before he his head.
This is why he's yelling. Oh! So over here is Batman the Ride. This was actually one of the very first Batmans. I think it was the first Batman ever built. If you go to a Six Flags park, there's a really good chance you're going to run into this coaster, and the vast majority of them are all pretty much the exact same type of coaster. Same layout and everything. It's a great ride, love riding in the back seat, but probably not going to happen today. So this building right here is the site of one of my son's favorite memories ever, the Magic Tree. Oh, it was a show he got drafted into and absolutely hated it, as you can see by the great expression on his face. I don't think even Merlin was really enjoying his time here, so hopefully they've changed that up a little bit. So the music has come on, and actually, looking at the radar, there's a possible break coming up in an hour. There's a chance we may get some ride time in. In the meantime, we'll just rock our cares away. So, great music playing. Happen to really like this song. Got a couple rides that are still there behind us. But here's the cool thing. It is like 20 after 11. And if you look at that sky, yes, there is clearing out there. We've got a chance at possibly doing some stuff. Woohoo! That'd be awesome if it actually happens. So we've been listening to them make announcements on the radio to the employees about phase 3 and then to phase 2. And lo and behold, we have movement. We have rides starting to open. So yes, we're actually going to get some things in. And the optimistic word from employees is that we may actually get some coasters open here pretty soon. But we've even got, woohoo, the Enterprise is going. Yay! Awesome ride for a Star Trek fan. Hint, hint. Woohoo! We're riding! Yay! And even better, we just saw a crew go to Pandemonium over there. Woohoo! Alright, so we are in line for the Justice League, which is the brand new ride here. Kind of excited. Wasn't sure that this one was going to get to open, but it is open. We've got a short line ahead of us. Looking forward to this. This should be fun to give you a little review on later. Look, it's Cyborg to greet us. Okay, I have to admit, for Six Flags, that is pretty cool looking.
More recruits are on their way, Batman. Even as we speak, members of the Justice League Reserve team are loading up and heading out. Good luck.
It's just too bad they couldn't get the graphics on the animation a little bit better. But for Six Flags, that's
nice.
A pretty cool
More
figure.
volunteers for the Justice League Reserve.
There's my score, 214,400. Amber got 141, and yeah, my wife's gonna hide hers. So that was a lot of fun. I, of course, had the top score because I'm just that good. Ha! Hit top 25% apparently of all time, which I find hard to believe. But okay, so what do you guys think?
It was fun.
What'd you think, Margaret? There's a block camera. What'd you think?
I think I didn't shoot very well.
Did you have fun though?
Yeah, it was fun.
I have to say, for a Six Flags ride, that was really neat. Not as good as like Men in Black or some Universal stuff,
Spider-Man.
or Spider-Man too. But it was a really good ride, a lot of fun. I'd do it again if we get some time. We'll definitely do that one again this summer.
I said the ride reminded me of DC Universe Online because in DC Universe Online, Brainiac has sprayed everything accidentally with superhuman DNA. And so the Justice League has a whole bunch of human recruits that have superhuman DNA. And also Justice League Online, the Joker and Lex Luthor are working together too. And Lex Luthor has super armor. So it's basically a very short version of DC Universe Online.
Gotta say though, it was really fun. Very impressed actually, because I know a lot of times in the past, when it comes to theming and stuff, Six Flags has a reputation of being cheap, and this was really well done. It was close to being on par with Disney and Universal, so I was very impressed. Very fun, very rewritable.
Except for where it kind of broke at the end.
Yeah, we did get kind of a weird pause at the very end where it kind of shut down, and then we waited for the last scene. The only real problem I had with the ride is it's very slow loading and going, which means you've got a very slow moving line. So if it's a busy day, like on a normal Saturday, I wouldn't ride it because it's probably going to have a monsterly long line. But otherwise, great ride. Really enjoyed it. I had the top score. My daughter had the second highest. And my poor wife, she was shooting at everything she shouldn't have been and missing everything she should have been. So
I tried to help her.
But that's okay. She had fun. She'll get better if she gets to ride it again. And for now, we're getting ready to go ride that guy, Mr. Freeze! Yay! All right, so we're here at Mr. Freeze now. This is actually one of my favorite rides here. My daughter hasn't been on this one yet, so it'd be fun to see how she experiences it. Of course, it's got one of the best launches around. Hits 70 miles an hour, a little bit more than that, backwards. And I love this whole sliding train. So here goes Mr. Freeze.
See ya.
Okay, so what'd you think of Mr. Freeze?
It was fun.
Okay.
It was like 10 seconds long, but it was fun.
Good ride, great launch. And so, yeah, because did you even know where we were going?
There's a boost down there.
Oh, yeah, look. It's a boost. I don't know if I got it or not. Okay, so if somebody was scared of coasters, would you recommend this?
Well, it would depend on what they were scared of. If they're scared of launches and going fast and feeling a lot of vertigo, then no. But if it's not that, if they're just kind of scared in general, then yes.
Awesome coaster. Go ride it. All right, so just took our rides on Screaming Eagle, one of the classic wood coasters here, and with a little bit of rain on the tracks, making it a little bit slicker. Hey, not a bad ride at all. We rode in the front row because there was one person in front of us. Great for Saturday. And Amber, who doesn't like rough rides at all, what'd you think?
I think it was okay.
So, okay, that's actually for a wood coaster, that's not bad for her.
Especially for an old one.
Yeah, so good ride. So there's Six Flags train. We got a minute to sneak across here. Looks a little bit different than Silver Dollar Cities because it's a different engine. But a nice classic little train there. Tommy Robertson. There you go. Well, it's about 2 o'clock. They've been announcing that they're closing the park at 3 for incoming weather. Although I think it's as much because of the crowds as anything else. But we're getting a few rides in, having a good time. Got a few of the coasters. And then just a couple minutes ago, boom, more lightning. So all the rides are shut down again. We've only got about an hour till they're supposed to close up. So at this point, we're probably done for the day, getting ready to pick up a couple souvenirs and head on out. So we had a good day at the park. We were actually got there at 10:30 or so when the park opened. And about noon to 12:30, they actually started getting some rides open. We got a couple good hours in. They started making announcements that they were going to close the park at 3 because of more incoming weather. Okay, no problem. And lo and behold, about 2, the lightning started to rumble again, and they started to close down the rides once more. So we did a couple quick shopping trips, picked up, headed out of the park. Managed to get out right before it rained, and once we got on the freeway, about 5 minutes later, it poured hard. So we're on the way back home. It's about 3 to 4 hours, and we're actually getting reports now that back home they've got flooding in town, and our park is flooded. And so it's going to be fun to get back home and see what kind of damage there is and if everything else is okay or not. I have to say Six Flags did a nice job though. They pushed to try and get some rides open and get a little bit of ride time in when they could. Once it became clear that there weren't very many people in the park and there was more stuff coming in, they let people know ahead of time. And we had a good time. So, was very pleased overall with the trip. We didn't think we'd get any ride time in at all, and so got several in. So that was really nice. So I hope you enjoyed this little look at our day at Six Flags St. Louis, and now we get to drive home. Whee! So we had an eventful drive back, lots of rain, some very heavy rains, and this is actually our park as we come back home. And you can see it's kind of got a river flowing through it. We got a little creek nearby, and it's not a creek right now. So we just had this flood a couple years ago and got FEMA money, and it looks like we've got the same thing again. Yeah, just look. Beautiful, isn't it?